What's going on, y'all? BigBossFabo, man, back with a video for the channel. I'm reacting to Eyewitness News, ABC, 8 suspected migrants found squatting with guns, drugs in Bronx home, man. Sonia Riconing is live in Norwood with more on the suspected migrant squatters. So basically, I think this all ties into the New York City migrant housing crisis, you know what I'm saying, where the crisis is essentially exacerbated by existing New York City housing shortages, right? You know, immigrants coming from wherever they come from, living on the streets of New York, getting deported. We've seen various stories, you know, drug busts, pretty much living in places, pretty much getting in where they can fit in, so to speak. So we know about, you know, Texas Governor Abbott abusing of, pretty much associating with the crisis, taking a stance of pretty much, you know, ceasing to allow, you know, I guess folks to come over from the Mexican border, XYZ. So with that being said, man, we're gonna hop into this video. So this is associated in the Bronx, to where I guess there's a couple of stories unfolding talking about a lot of migrants are now squatting. You know what I'm saying? They're taking or finding entry into homes and refusing to leave. So this is an ever evolving story, man. They're saying that this could lead to, you know, certain extremes. I'm not gonna really, you know, mention what I think or what could happen. But it's getting to the point where we got a lot of folks that are coming in. I think a lot of them are a lot of people are taking ownership or trying to assume being asylum seekers, where I think that naturally, if that is the case, it's ruining or tarnishing that reasoning for a lot of immigrants, or, you know, that are trying to come over, because everybody seems to claim that they're running for their lives now, and you know, America's the only place that they can find peace and stability. So I don't know, man. Let's get into this video, see what they got to say, and comment down below.
Developing the Bronx, 8 people have been arrested at a home in the Norwood section of the Bronx. Guns and drugs were found in the same room as a 7-year-old child. Police say the people were squatting in that home. Eyewitness News reporter Sonia Rincon live in the Norwood section right now. Sonia, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Michelle. Yeah, 8 migrants under arrest and now facing charges after police responded to a call here on Hull Avenue last week. The police found guns, drugs, and a child inside the basement of this home right across from a school, a home the migrants were living in as squatters. This surveillance video obtained by Eyewitness News shows police moving in. They were responding to a call about a man with a gun. They chased one man into the basement. He's identified as 24-year-old Hector de Souza Villalta, believed to be a migrant from Venezuela. A second man, identified as 22-year-old Javier Alborno, tries to flee but is arrested. Police say he also had a gun. 4 of 8 suspects arrested here on Hull Avenue last week can be seen here with police walking them out. They are facing weapons, drugs, and child endangerment charges because police say there was a 7-year-old child staying with them.
They got the child living in the basement. I was waiting for them to, you know, talk about the child endangerment charge. Thought they was only going to leave with the guns and the drugs, but you got a kid in the basement. I'm kind of interested into the statistics or the number of children, you know, that are moving or coming over to the States with a lot of these migrants. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of them are families, right? Obviously speaking, but I'm curious to understand or know the numbers of kids that we're seeing moving with their families, or kids maybe they're moving with their immediate family, or maybe they're not so immediate family. Who knows?
Since then, the NYPD says 6 of them have been released, including 1 already charged in another case.
2 of the people with the guns had open cases, one for attempted murder in Yonkers, and one walking around with an open gun indictment walking around.
After obtaining a search warrant, police say they recovered 2 more loaded guns and ammunition, as well as drugs, including ketamine mixed with cocaine. A neighbor tells us the landlord has been struggling with squatters.
You didn't know who was staying there or not staying there. And, you know, the owner of the building had a hell of a time trying to get them out. You know, how they got in, I don't know. But once they were in, because of New York City's laws regarding squatters, he couldn't get them out without going through the legal process.
Yeah, the suspects are now out of this house. Only 2 of them are being held in jail. The rest released without bail, despite the Bronx DA asking for bail for them. Several of the suspects are also under investigation for robberies, including a robbery pattern in Bergen County. Live in Norwood, the Bronx, Sonia Rincon, Channel 7.
This makes no sense to me, bro. You got one who attempted murder charge, other one robbery charges, and hopefully those are the ones that are being held, right? But it seems to me that there's always some hiccup when it comes to the law, you know, the system, when it comes to like a repeat offender being released, and then they repeat offend and they do something that's detrimental or even associates in a casualty, and then it's like after the fact the question, why was this man even back on the streets? You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't make sense to me, bro. But that's how broken the law is, even, you know, associating with squatters, right? A lot of folks aren't trying to go through the whole legal system and the whole legal hurdles just to evict a squatter or get a squatter out of the property. I mean, you heard Buddy say it right there. They didn't go through the process to try to get these folks removed from the home. And I've seen a lot of stories when it comes to squatters, bro, in terms of like the complexity and them just being a whole nuisance. And like, I don't know, a lot of people just don't have the funds to take folks to court and go through the whole system and the process. But at the same time, it's like, it's just two dead ends type shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, there is no real solution because the problem will keep occurring, but there's no, like, people aren't trying to resolve it, which is understandable, like I just mentioned. But at the same time, it's just like, what damn? You know what I mean? So I don't know. It's kind of a tricky one when you really try to think about it. But at the same time, man, it's just like a lot of... Comment down below what y'all think about the migrant housing crisis. I don't think it's going to get any better. I think there's going to be a lot of immigrants that want to come to the States. And I think there's going to be a lot of Americans who don't want immigrants in the States, man. It's just going to be a constant battle. You know what I'm saying? But I think... I don't know who dubbed it, but I think it's kind of representation of just being a land of the free. America is a place to where people can come. And obviously people don't want folks to be here illegally. Everybody's talking about they're taking our jobs, they're taking our women. It's like, what, bro? I never understood that stance. That's more of like a jealous stance, you know what I'm saying? But I think the whole representation of America is right, where people, land of the free, home of the brave, whatever you want to say, or what that equates to me, and the representation is also the fact that we are open to different cultures, backgrounds of people. As long as you come over here and get your stuff done legitimately, that's all that matters. But I think a lot of people have a contention of illegal immigrants, but some people just don't even care if you're illegal or not, bro. They just don't want you over here. And those are the racists and all that. You know what I'm saying? The bigots. So with that being said, man, comment down below. Let me know y'all's thoughts, man. Peace, love, prosperity. Everybody rocking with the channel. I do trending news content, news in general, all different forms of news, entertainment. So if you have recommendations, man, put them down in the comment section below. Check out my trending news playlist, and we'll get back to additional reactions and recommendations, man. Peace, love, God bless. We'll see y'all next time.